for me, the speaker that kind of pushed me over the edge was Aron Ralston. For those of you that don't know Aron Ralston, he's written a book. There's a movie, 127 Hours, made out of his story. He's the hiker that went hiking and got his arm trapped by a rock and was stuck for 5 days in a canyon. And to kind of fast forward, he had, on the 4th night, realized he's going to die. He's standing in his grave. And he literally wrote his epitaph on the wall. And that night, he kind of fell asleep and figured he wouldn't see the next sunrise. And he had an out-of-body experience. And in his out-of-body experience, he pictured a couch with all his friends and family. And I might get a little emotional on this one. But then he pictured this little boy coming up to him, giving a big hug, and saying, "I love you, Dad." And he wasn't married, didn't have any kids. He pictured his unborn son. Now, I'm all about family, so that one got me pretty hard. And he woke up and he said, "I got something to live for." And what do you do when you got something to live for? You cut off your arm, of course. So he cut off his arm, got out of the canyon. Great story. But that hit me hard. See, I'm a teacher and a coach. I'm married to a senior executive coordinator in Shaklee, but I'm a teacher and a coach. I love teaching. I teach 6th grade math. You teach 6th grade math because you love it or you're crazy, and I'm a little bit of both. I coach wrestling, and those of you that live here in Pennsylvania or Northeast Ohio, wrestling is a hotbed here. I coach 12 months a year. I coach from youth all the way up to high school. I've had kids who have gone on to be state champs, Division I NCAA college champs. I've coached national championship teams in the Junior Olympics, the national duels. I love coaching wrestling. The problem is, from November to March, although I love coaching wrestling, I put in 30 to 40 hours a week just in wrestling, which means Ashley is a wrestling widow with our 3 children and as much as they're doing. And, you know, it hit me hard. As much as I wrestled in high school, middle school, college, and coached for the last 25 years, and as much as I love wrestling, when Aron Ralston has out-of-body experience, he didn't picture his wrestling team. He didn't picture the coaches he coaches with. He didn't picture his next state champ. He pictured his family and his friends. And I kind of floored Ashley a little bit on Sunday. I told her that after wrestling and coaching for 25 years, I was going to resign from coaching to help build our Shaklee business. I don't want to be married to a senior executive coordinator. I want to be a master coordinator. And and as hard as change is sometimes, see, I love coaching and teaching. So there's really no motivation for me to change because I love what I do. Sometimes and this is going to sound weird, sometimes I think people are lucky that lose their job because they're forced into change. And sometimes we need that little shove to get us moving. Well, we are making a change, and I am retiring from coaching, and I may get back into it one day, but not before I'm a master coordinator. But we are currently building our Shaklee business together, and there's no reason that you can't do the same thing. Don't try. It doesn't matter how good you are now as long as you're on the track. And keep your visions in front of you, because that's what's important. Thank you.